This has been a long time coming, everyone. Welcome to Victor's Lab.
So you want to learn about mentality, huh? You want to learn about what you could be missing, what could be the deciding factor between a win and a loss. You want to learn that, right? You want to learn what's keeping you from that higher echelon. Now, I'm not saying I'm there. I'm not saying that I'm anywhere near top level. I'm not saying that. What I do know is what it takes to get there at certain avenues, the highest level, the highest echelon. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just have to be in Mortal Kombat like you're seeing right now. It doesn't just have to be in Mortal Kombat. It could be in anything that is competitive, that is something that you can earn, something that you can do. Could be anything of that nature. So the first thing that you have to understand is, how much do you want to put into it? And this is something that I struggled with for years and years and many more years. See, here's the thing. I was never naturally gifted at anything. My brothers were naturally gifted at things. I was never naturally gifted. I never just had the insight to do things. No. I was never born with anything. I had to work for it. And at first, I thought putting in a little bit of work and seeing a little bit of results was enough. Whether it be poetry, whether it be writing, whether it be playing video games, whether it be basketball, football. I'd put in a little bit of work. I spent a month constantly in the gym. I spent a week in a labbing this character, and I beat a high level person with that character, and I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, now I'm the shit. Now I'm that nigga. No. Because here's the thing that you have to understand. Everyone has hands and feet just like you. Now, in sports, you get, there's genetics and everything of that nature. So not everyone's LeBron. Not everyone's Antonio Brown. Not everyone's Lamar Jackson. Not everyone's Steph Curry. Not everyone's Shaq. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that. But in things that have to do with the mind, mentally, how much are you willing to sacrifice of yourself to get to that goal? Whatever goal you set. Because if you just want to be a casual player or just do something for fun, then that's fine. I play Soul Calibur for fun. I'm not trying to be top tier at Soul Calibur. I play it for fun because I love Soul Calibur. I play Street Fighter because I like Street Fighter. I'm not trying to be the best. I just want to play with my friends. I'm not trying to be the best at King of Fighters or Street Fighter Cross Tekken. No. I play those games because I think they're fun. Now with Mortal Kombat and Tekken, I want to be one of the best, and I feel like I've proven myself to be one of the best Raiden players in North America. Now here's the thing: did that come from just me saying that a bunch? Fuck no. All right, that came from me cutting my arm all to pieces, crying because I couldn't get over a certain hump because I really wanted it that bad. I wanted it that bad that it was deteriorating me, but I wanted it. That was something that I craved. It was something that I needed. It's like an insatiable hunger. I wanted to be considered. When you say Raiden in the chat, They bring up, oh, Victor Freeze plays Raiden. That's what I wanted. That's what I've always wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like someone to be like, oh man, Victor Freeze, oh, don't fuck with him, man. He's a goon. I didn't get that status. I didn't get that name by just speaking it into existence, even though that is a good thing to do. Like, I didn't get that name by just saying it. I didn't get the name Mr. Body Bag by just saying it. What are all my AKAs? Young Tommy Gun, Mr. Body Bag, The Grave Digger, Cetrion Killer. I didn't get those names by chance. I got those names because I put time in the lab to figure out how to do those things. How much time in the lab? See, here's the thing. In any game, you gotta be like, in any video game, in any walk of life, you gotta be a lab monster. Now here's the thing. Lab monster can mean different things. If you're a writer, you have to read different works. If you're a poet, you have to read different poetries, different poetry styles, different mannerisms, different word phrases, different everything. Everything. Ways to put shit together. You need to know that, so that you can create your own style. See, my writing style is totally different from everyone else's. Now, some people could say it's fucking garbage, and some people could say it's fucking great, but it's my style. It's something that I love to do. It's something that's mine. You can read one of my poetries and know that I wrote it. Same with my writing. Like, when my novel comes out, you'll know that I wrote it, because it's my style. It's not anyone else's style, it's my style. And that style didn't come from just picking up a pen and writing, because remember, I'm not naturally gifted. I had to read books upon books upon books, hundreds of books, thousands of books I had to read to see what I loved. You know what I'm saying? To see what I love to do. And then I put it into works. Now, how does that translate into video games, Victor Freeze? Now listen, Lab Monster. You get into the practice mode and you lab all of the hard things. All of the things you see people doing, you're like, God damn. How are they doing that? Why don't you get in the lab and find out? You know what I'm saying? Now here's the thing. In the lab, it's just you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, nobody's gonna know when you tap out early, when you try to take shortcuts to a victory, when you try to take shortcuts on your growth and development. The only person that's gonna know is you, until you get out there and then you realize that you probably should have spent more time in there, but you didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need that information. I've done it all. I've done it all. Trust me, I've done it, and I've regretted it. Like, I've regretted going into the lab and then being like, oh, I don't need this other shit, and then I lose to that other shit and I feel fucking bad. Like, yeah, losing is a part of the process. Everyone's gonna lose. Even the toppity fucking tippy top players, they're gonna lose. Like, that happens. You're gonna lose. There's gonna be someone that comes that just fucks you up. I've been that for some people. For some people, I know that I'm their hurdle. They look at me and be like, if I can't beat Victor Freeze, then what the fuck am I doing? And then some people are that hurdle for me. Like, I could say it openly. I don't give a fuck. Like Cusco or Onisan. If I can't beat them consistently, I'm not where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, are they top tier players? Absolutely. But so am I. So I should be able to compete with them. That's how I think in my mind. Because if I really want to do it, then that's what you gotta do. That's how you gotta feel about it. Because the first thing about mentality is you gotta speak to yourself. You gotta talk to yourself and say, what do I really need out of this? Like, if you just want to have fun and play with your friends and do the damn thing, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And that's great. Like I said, there's games that I just play for fun. I just play for fun. I don't want to get the top level tech and shit. I just play it because I think it's fun and I love to play it. But like, if you want to go to that next level, because here's the thing, people have told me in the past, you know what, Victor Freeze, I want to get to that next level. I want to be where you're at, and I'm not even at the tippity top. I'm a high level player. I can say that with confidence. I'm a high level player, and people want to get to where I've been, right, and where I'm going, but then they don't want to put the work in. They just want the skill. See, I can tell you everything that you need to do. That don't mean shit. What means shit is when you go in there and you execute it. You put that time in. How much do you want to sacrifice? Because here's the thing, like, and I'm gonna keep it all the way real. For my novel, it took me 5 years to write my novel. 5 years. Why did it take me 5 years? All the editings, all the rewrites. You know what I'm saying? I was having a rocky time in my relationship at the time. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want me to do the book. People thought it was a lost cause. So I had to deal with that. My own mental depression. You know what I'm saying? Spending time away from my people that I love, man. Just because I had this vision and I wanted to write this book. Now think about that. I almost lost someone very special to me, and family and friends, and you know, my diploma in college. I almost lost that, all because I wanted to write this book because I knew I can do it. Is that what you want to spend? Because going through those times is not fun. You ain't gonna get Harry Potter without some hardcore shit. You going through some shit, and even afterwards you go through some shit. You know what I'm saying? How much do you want to put in? How much time do you want to put in? How much sweat? How much work? See, people always say, yeah, I'm ready to do the work. But what does that work entail? It's not just physical shit, because if it was just physical shit, everybody would be in shape. No, it's mental too. It's mental too. Like, that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's mental too. Like, it's not just physical. It's mental. It's not just, you know, regular shit. What are you willing to put in? Because you only pull out what you put in at the end of the day. So if you cut corners, and if you like, you know what, I don't need to do this and this, well then don't be sad when shit doesn't go your way. Don't be sad when you lose to that character that you thought wasn't a problem, and then when you face that character in tournament and you get the shit beat out of you. Don't be sad because you have that character unlocked in your training mode and you could have labbed that, but you didn't. Don't be sad when your idea didn't come to fruition because you cut corners. Don't be sad. Because here's when I'm sad. Here's when I get really sad. Because I get really sad when I lose. And everyone that really knows me knows it. I get really sad when I lose. And here's why. Because I felt like I've spent time in the lab. I could do it. And he got the best of me. And there was no excuses. I never make excuses for when I lose. I don't make excuses. He or she was the better person. That's what it is. And that's what makes me sad, because I want to be the better fucking person. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the best fucking person. But guess what? Sometimes that's not what it is. And you gotta put more time in, more blood, more sweat, more time that you could be spending on other games. Because guess what? In Mortal Kombat games, right? Usually, it's a 2-year cycle and it's done. So you spent all this time on this game, right? Time that you were cutting corners, time that you know what I'm saying, was bullshitting. And then when you really want to buckle down and learn the game, guess what? A whole new game came out and you gotta start over. Now in MK11 it's a little bit different. We may be in this motherfucker for a long time, but guess what? You never know when it's gonna end. You never know when you might want to go to that offline local. You never want to know when you might want to join Outworld Television, Battle for the Realms. You know what I'm saying? The Coliseum. You never know. You never fucking know. Like, yeah, like, if you bring up Raiden, my name might come up. But that wasn't the case at first. The case at first was, I was that player that does random shit and somehow wins. Now, when you bring up my name, Raiden's name comes up, and when Raiden's name come up, somewhere in there, I come up. That took a year. Because when the game first came out, I said I was going to be in there, and I was. And guess what? I was garbage. And I am still garbage. But at least I'm a little less garbage, if that makes sense. But it's all about, like, mentality isn't just, I think I can. No. Mentality is about the work you put in to get to that situation. Then once you get to that situation, can you execute? Can you do everything you took from the lab and put it into paper? And at those moments, you'll realize, did you cut corners or not? At that moment, you'll realize it. And only you'll realize it. Only you'll know. Because the commentators can say, oh, you know, man, what's going on? Why isn't he or she blocking this or doing this setup or doing this optimal? But only you know in that moment if you cut corners. Only you know. And when you cut corners, you're gonna feel sad because you could have spent that extra hour looking into that extra 30 minutes, that extra 30 seconds looking into that, and you didn't, because you didn't think you needed it, and now you need the shit, and now you're sad because you could have won. All of the people that I love playing this game, they put the time in. You know what I'm saying? But there's always more time. There's always more things you can do. There's always more obstacles you could climb. If you're feeling discouraged by the game, find another obstacle. Find another something that you can look towards. Like another beast you gotta kill. Another final boss you gotta defeat. That's how you need to look at it, man. That's how I look at it, man. And it's done me good so far. It's Victor fucking Freeze, and I'll see y'all next time.